Hello, my name is Gus, but you can call me BATGUS, and we are back with our Batman, the animated series, episodes, commentaries, and today we have one of my favorite episodes in this show, with the return of none other than the Joker himself, back to the show, The Laughing Fish. A great episode, and I'm very excited for it. So as usual, I'm gonna do my countdown, so we can watch together and play the episode at the same time. If you have your DVD box set or your Blu-ray box set or your streaming service with Batman the Animated Series episode. So let's go in 3, 2, 1, play. The Warner Bros. Logo is on the screen. And like I said, this is one of my favorite episodes in the show because it's just such a crazy plot and such a interesting and fun in terms of tone episode. And this is a story that comes from the comics, The Laughing Fish. It is a story that, if I'm not mistaken, is written by a writer called Stephen Englehart or something like this. And I watched a podcast recently with him giving an interview and talking about the adaptation of his comic to the animated series, and in this episode, The Laughing Fish. And he said he liked it. He really appreciated the fact that they did a very faithful job to the comics with these episodes. And the episode starts very differently from your usual Batman the Animated Series episode. It doesn't have a title card with a beautiful art that we always have in all the episodes. In fact, here it starts with the episode and in this dock of fishermen, and it starts with the little sign of one restaurant of fish bouncing on the wind of the rain because it's a rainy night. In fact, this is something that I really love about this episode. Basically, the whole episode takes place in a rainy night, right? A rainy day. And I love this idea for the moods of the story, right? So it takes place in this whole, I don't know, one day, couple of days of rainy nights in Gotham. And this is really cool. And the plot kicks right away with these fish that the fishermen caught in the ocean that have the smile of the Joker for some reason. So, and I think it's really cool because Batman, he sees that. For some reason, Batman is every place that he should be at the right time. Because why? Why would he not be in a fisherman's dock at the exact moment that they caught some fish with the Joker's smile? But anyway, I like his line when he sees that the fisherman getting the fish, because he says, "He's back. He finally returned." Like he was already waiting for this day, right? He was already waiting for the Joker to return with a new mad plot. And the last time we saw him, I'm pretty sure it was in another great episode called Joker's Favor, right? It's been a long time, actually, and I like this. I like that the series takes a time to reintroduce an iconic villain in a new episode, right? Especially the Joker. I mentioned last week in the episode of Robin that there is the other show that I really love of Batman called The Batman, right, from 2004. And in that show, there are too many episodes with the Joker, too many episodes and very close to each other, which is something that I don't know, it gets kind of annoying. But here we are, and the Joker, he goes to this copyright office, right, to ask for the lawyer to copyright his rights for the fish. And the lawyer goes, he gets confused, right? Because he goes, you cannot copyright fish. They are natural elements of the nature, right? So it's very cool and very crazy the fact that the Joker, he comes to a lawyer's office, to ask for the copyright of his fish that will be a product of his own manufacture. In fact, this is very close to the plot of Batman 89, where the Joker, he started to sell products of his own, like the products Joker, the Joker shampoo, the Joker lipstick. So is a recurrent element of the Joker's stories, when he uses his own products to threat Gotham, right? And here we have Harley Quinn back. Is the second episode that she appears in this animation, and once again another great appearance of her as Joker's partner. She really, it was very clear that the first time she was a very successful character, and they decided to keep her in the show, which was a great choice. So anyway, during the whole Joker trying to get the copyrights of his fish, Harley Quinn, she used fragrance, a perfume in the lawyer, right? Which is something that is going to play out later, because the Joker hits the man with his fish, and she decided to put a little perfume on him because he got very he started to smell like a fish. And now we see a commercial of the Joker advertising his fish, and it, again, is a very funny bit. Like usual, the commercials of Joker advertising his products are the best. Very good productions. And in this case, we see the Joker forcing Harley Quinn to eat a piece of the fish, which is pretty disgusting. And he also he still demands that the lawyer gives the copyrights of the fish to him. And he actually sets a deadline for him to do that. And then the police, Commissioner Gordon, all the cops, and Bullock, they stay at the house of the lawyer to protect him. And Bullock tells the lawyer that nobody's gonna enter his house with all these cops there. And suddenly Batman appears in a very cool way, dressed as a cop, and he removes his clothes as a cop, saying, "If I can enter, the Joker also can." So it's great. It's just absolutely fantastic. So this is gonna be one of the great plots of the episode, that the Joker will start to go after some targets to get these copyrights of his own fish. And this is gonna be a very funny idea during the episode. And then the lawyer starts to scratch his own skin at some point, and he says that the Joker girl squirted some perfume on him. So Batman immediately goes, "Take this man to a hospital," right? He gets desperate right away because he knows what's going on. And then a missile coming from a van outside enters the lawyer's house through the window, and it releases a gas, and this gas will act in conjunction with the perfume that Harley squirted on the lawyer, and he will get, he will become this crazy laughter victim of the Joker like usual. So he starts to laugh and all this stuff, and then Batman uses an antidote on him very quickly to stop the reaction. And yes, he explains to the cops all the plots. So it's just a crazy plot, right? I mean, it's such a great episode. And then the Joker comes in. He has great resources, right, the Joker, to show up on television all the time. Now he appears again, has a special bulletin, and he says that now he has another target in his mind. That is a guy who I have to remember, but I think is another lawyer or something like that can give him the rights of his own fish. So once again, the cops they go to the house of this other guy to protect him in the same way. But this time, the cops and Batman are a little ahead of the plan, and they try another plan to stop the Joker from attacking this man. And suddenly, a cat arrives at the scene with a fish in his mouth. And he is bringing this fish because, I mean, the cat just goes into the house with no cop seeing him. But anyway, he enters the house with the laughing fish, one of the laughing fishes on his mouth. And suddenly, the cat jumps on Batman. And it is revealed that actually the guy who was supposed to be Batman is not Batman. It is the lawyer in disguise. And Batman was playing his part. They switched places, right? So the Batman was wearing a mask, pretending to be the lawyer. And the cat attacked the lawyer anyway. So he knew who the target was, right? He jumped on the lawyer and scratched him, and the same thing happened. He started to be a laughing victim. And then we have this very cool scene where Batman just leaves the room for a second and dresses back in his bat suit. And yeah. Now, for some reason, they discover and they trace from where the fish are coming from. And for some reason, Bullock, he goes to a aquarium in the city where the whole where we're gonna have the big climax of the episode, and he goes after the clue by himself and at this aquarium, and we're gonna have some great action scenes here soon enough. But once again, what a great episode. Very fun. I remember this episode as a kid as well. In one of my Sunday mornings, watch time of Batman the Animated Series. And I pretty much remember, mostly I remember the ending of the episode, which I think is pretty cool. We're gonna talk about it later, but it's one of those cool endings that I love with the Joker in this show. But we're gonna get there. Bullock is captured by the Joker during his invasion of the aquarium, and the Joker he wraps Bullock on a rope that is attached to his to the fishing rod, and he hangs Bullock over the aquarium. And inside his aquarium, we have nothing more or nothing less than a shark. So, for the first time in the show, we're gonna have a shark. Anyway, I'm not gonna spoil. But it is a shark, and for some reason, the shark also has this kind of Joker smile on the upside down, right? Because you turn the shark. If you turn the shark upside down, you would get a kind of a Joker smile on his face. And so anyway, we have this very funny scene where the Joker just puts a big fish kind of tube on Harley Quinn, and she gets trapped inside it, only with her eyes being shown in the mouth of this fishing tube, fish kind of tube. Then Batman arrives at the scene, and there's this very cool shot of Batman inside the Batmobile driving it with the shadow on his face. Something that I didn't expect to see in this episode, but it's pretty cool. So Batman arrives at the aquarium, and we're gonna have him, like I said before, I wouldn't spoil before, but I think now I can. We're gonna have Batman fighting the big shark. So he comes to rescue Bullock, and he will have to dive into this aquarium to fight the shark. And it's one of the I love this climax. I think it's one of the best of the show, with the whole Bullock hanging over the aquarium, and Batman having to swim in the aquarium and fight the shark. It's just one of the best. But yeah, I mean, there is, Batman is very famous for, in the animated series, very famous for putting Batman fighting some different kinds of animals. From the top of my head, I can remember the Batman fighting a panther, I guess, a Black Panther in one of the episodes. He also fought, I'm pretty sure he fought a snake in one episode that we still didn't arrive in, but I'm pretty sure about that. What else? Of course, the dog. He fought a dog in an episode of the Catwoman that I think we still haven't arrived yet. So it's a recurrent thing in this show, having Batman fighting these animals, which is something very funny. Here it is. This is the scene where Batman, when I say fighting the shark, is not necessarily hurting the animal, right? He is using the chain that the Joker cuffed him to use the and he puts the chain of the cuff inside the mouth of the shark so that both swim together, and we have the shark swimming around the aquarium and taking Batman along for a ride, which is again pretty cool. It's just an awesome scene. So Batman, he actually manages to control or to maneuver the shark with the chain on his mouth, and he rides the shark, right? He's riding the shark and maneuvering him, and he is able to maneuver the animal towards the glass of the aquarium, and both cross the glass, and he's able to survive and save Bullock. And then we have this very cool scene where, because of the impact, Harley falls into the aquarium with the two goons of the Joker. And as this show is a very conscious, animal conscious show, the water spreads all over the aquarium and takes the shark to the ocean outside, right? So the shark survives. And then we have this ending where Batman will have a final showdown with the Joker. They have this little fight over the roof of the aquarium. And like I said, it's a very rainy in terms of mood episode. So we have a very interesting scene in terms of environment because of the lightnings on the sky and the thunders over them during this fight. So Batman corners the Joker on the edge of the roof of the aquarium, so Joker has no other way out except for jump into the ocean below the building, and he actually manages to release a float, right, around his waist, but to no avail, because when he falls into the water, the shark apparently attacks him, which he didn't count on. So then we see Harley crying for the Joker because everybody thinks he's dead. And like I said, it is implied that the Joker got eaten by the shark. Commissioner Gordon talks with Batman about the idea if the Joker is dead or not, but Batman knows better, and he says, "I really doubt it." And the episode ends with the shark once again coming out of the water and eating a Joker card above the sea. And this is it. This is the Laughing Fish episode. I really love it. I hope you enjoyed this commentary, and if you are enjoying the content of the BATGUS channel, please don't forget to leave a like in this video and subscribe to the channel for more Bat videos in the future. Alright, see you in the next Bat video, and bye bye.